for the night. We'll be done for a little bit. We'll be almost done, guys. Beastars. So be happy. Okay, guys, almost done with Beastars. So that's good. Then we can upload the videos to YouTube.
An officer killing field. A drug runner tries to ditch cops by ditching himself in the drink. And a late night traffic stop goes completely to pot.
3, Rivers, Michigan, the world's useless police department.
Of criminal activity, requiring special use to combat all the chaos. From agents who patrol the highways to helicopters that dominate the air. This is a battleground where both sides play for keeps. McAllen, Texas. Border Patrol pursues a man reported to be running drugs in from Mexico. A chopper directs ground forces as it shadows his every move. They know they have to nab this guy fast. Because he has an outrageous escape in mind.
Mexico!
To keep cops from sending him up the river,
he's going to go down the river.
He's going to beat them to it. The driver goes to one place the American agents can't follow, making a Rio Grande exit. The cartels are willing to sink a truck and its cargo to protect the rest of their $25 billion per year industry. This perp even has a life jacket handy.
That's convenient.
In an emergency. And he makes his way out of U.S. jurisdiction. Cops watch in frustration. But at least they kept his stash off our country streets.
Uh-huh.
And they know what he looks
Chapter 95. 18-fold. Conviction. Conditional drop.
Using an infrared camera, they close in on a dope dealer with tons of incriminating evidence on board. With the pusher's route indicates an all too familiar place.
You came, Lewis, and I heard a heart with Riz. I need to do how to finish this battle. I'm going to. Hey, get back to the Riz with. You need help. Messed up me up. Riz, would you help me up, Lewis? I have to get back to Riz. Would help me up, Lewis? You're crazy. You can't even stand on your own. You're a carnivore with injuries. You've been beaten on your right side. You are bleeding badly. Yeah, I guess Riz can kill me whenever he wants to now. Winning or losing doesn't matter to us anymore. We are wielding our carnivore participants as weapons. I have to see the end through the end, but responsibility for my own violent nature. Responsibility. Why do all you refuse to your own power? You still remember what I said? That all I remember is lots has happened to us over the past year. The world is complex. We all forced to commit ourselves and fight our lives intentionally. There's no right and there's no answers. Lewis, it is thanks to that I didn't become a monster. Lewis, you saved me. Huh? What the hell's that? Get ahead of yourself. Are you willing to die just for a point, for prove a point? I can't be committed such salvage instincts. Hide your true feelings to keep together, Lewis. You fight in order to prove principles are that the right carnivores live. That's right. How your heart. That's ridiculous. Carnivores lack survival instincts because they're basically powerful. If you eager to die ahead, leave me weak, beast behind, and go off and get yourself killed. I feel hot. Why do you feel so hot? Go ahead. See if I care. Lewis. Huh? What's that? All of a sudden, it started to rain. It's starting to rain. Huh? Huh? My tears are flowing down. They're leaking. They're lukewarm, huh? Lewis, I'll stay here. What? You for a while. This is the first time I ever cried this. I can't stop. What? Wasn't allowed to cry after my father adopted me from the black market where I was sold to be devoured alive. I wanted to be strong. I wanted to survive. So I committed sin after sin and ended up suffering. Somebody really cared about me. But all became weak. Leishi, you're strong. So settle this thing with Riz. I'm sorry. It's all right. But you are so on your feet. You'll die if you don't fight in that state. I don't want to see my mourn of my goods friend die. This fawn once still carrying his cage in the black market. I'll get out of here. You are free. You are weak, not anymore. Eat this legacy to acquire the strength to fight on. What did you say? Hurry up and eat my right leg, quick, before he returns to battle. I trained myself to be powerful without having meat. But you know you can't beat him like this. You have enough about your pain. Look, this will make your drool. Do it quickly. What's that number curved on your foot, on the sole of your right foot? What is that? It's a principle of unconscious sign. Eating meat. It's the most serious taboo in the world. It's my curse. Under the calcium servants, eat meat would make you scare right. So much that fangs which have been ashamed. Are you awake? Free me from my curse, legacy. I swear, I won't waste or sacrifice. It's about time. It's been about 15 minutes. I'll get back. Time to give you a talk to your friend because I knew you wouldn't fight on our merch. So, So, sorry for the delay. Let's get back.
But the driver will later die from his wounds.
I came back because I can't stop growling. Let's do this. Cut.
But police quickly had him outnumbered. And put the brakes
Okay, almost done.
on his violent getaway.
In Nevada, Iowa.
Of a man running through a neighborhood with a knife. Officer had officials races to intercept the suspect. But this guy is not exactly trying to get away. Officials have to hit the gas as the crazed attacker tries to slash his way through the door. Officer Kalen Fitzgerald responds and spots the suspect on his buddy's case. But when he pulls in, the man tries the same stunt with him. It doesn't go nearly as well this time.
He got his ass kicked.
Once more to hurdle a cruiser,
Run her over.
but gets kneecapped by the moving target. The suspect will recover, but it's later revealed that he has a mental illness, which prompted this bizarre outburst. Some will later drop the charges in favor of psychiatric care. After all, labeling this guy a master criminal would be quite a leap.
Who cares? He's like killing you guys.
Still ahead, on world's wildest police video, a suicidal mother from hell takes her kid for the drop-off of a lifetime. And bank robbers hit the open road. It's flying twice.
I gotta do couple. I got 2 more chapters to read. Or so.
Police officers are forced to see the harsh side of reality every day, and it's easy to get hardened to it. But the one thing cops will never tolerate is when people place children in dangerous situations. Milton, Georgia. Officers have just pulled this car over for speeding. The driver, Monroe LeBeau, has his 6-year-old son in the car. At 8:30 at night, this doesn't seem like a good answer.
Okay, why are you nervous? I'm not.
And things are going to quickly unravel. As soon as the search is on, Dad decides it's every man for himself. LeBeau knows there's $80,000 in cash and 7 pounds of marijuana in his car. And he'll gladly trade his kid for his freedom. Unbelievably, just a couple hundred yards up the road, this Daddy of the Year dropout gets cornered trying to carjack another vehicle. Now, this failure of a father will get more than a spanking. In Green Bay, Wisconsin, another child could be on the last ride of her life. The driver of this car is Dana Benton. When police came to his home on a domestic violence complaint, he took his violence to the streets with his fiance's 8-month-old daughter. Suddenly, the stepdad from hell pulls a shocking pit stop. officers to a halt. Remarkably, the infant is okay. But Benton will not be when he tries to avoid spikes and smashes into a cruiser. His car is on its side, with Benton in dire straits. Fortunately, the baby girl wasn't mangled alongside him. But that doesn't mean she won't be scarred. In Beijing, China, this is bad parenting at an all-time high. A woman's about to jump from a bridge with her child in her arms. Officer Jin Hai sees her from his motorcycle, and just as she starts to let go, he snags her, pulling mother and baby back from a killer plunge. But in her suicidal dementia, she refuses to release the railing. Thankfully, a passerby rushes in to help, grabbing her leg. And a kind woman takes the frightened kid. Mom will later say that troubles at home made her want to end it all. But bringing her baby with her would have been the ultimate downfall. Nothing makes police work more stressful than a child in harm's way. But nothing makes the job more worthwhile than a child saved from danger. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
Wow.
Two bank robbers are headed for a major reckoning. Fine, this is very dangerous. They hit triple-digit speed as they race out of town. And with minimal cross traffic on these rural roads, he races right past that car. They're starting to think they might just get away. After all, they're already ahead of ground units by a country mile.
Chapter 96. Sealing the pledge with venomous ink. I thought I have never had anything to do with it anymore. I survived all my achievements to discard eating meat. I was stared as a forgotten path becoming a wolf. That's why I thought.
It's a catastrophic impact. The sedan had been
I want to see you die. I don't want to see you die. Eating my right leg. Hurry before you go back to fight.
as he goes west.
His words were carrying. Then my death scenes since. How could you do this to me, Lewis? You remember trembling so hard, Lewis. But finally, you will revolve your weakness to me. I have honor to trust you. Whatever else I could do. Right. I guess there's no point debating it anymore. Well, I don't justify my ambitions claiming. I devour because you asked me to. The moment Lewis defended himself, my claws and fangs were entered ready to the point. It's easy for me. Nothing justifies the act of eating meat. I will do it because you want me to. And can I accept that? You believe contains your satisfaction. All right, whatever it takes, I swear. To convince eat my leg. It wasn't wasted scratch fist. I swear.
Today, law enforcement agencies throughout the world employ this kind of special ops unit because
You look really defensive, Showman Legacy. I can't smell well, but your bent nose, my bent nose. But I guess for our performance star act, Lewis came to rescue you. You're willing to do anything to win this fight, aren't you? Don't you devour the beast who came to save you. Carnivores, you and me are the same. Monsters easily such our defensements. This is for meat. Lewis must be saved. The same thing I in heaven. Lewis is alive and still here, and he is also inside me. Don't go. Do it. Do it. Go, Legacy.
The crush of onlookers is only adding to the tension.
Lewis. Tim. Lewis is a part of you. I hate feelings about body energy. It isn't a band very still. I have been casted up point. I'll use that mythical magic power tonight. Magical power tonight.
But his attempt at being a hero triggers a panic. Police keep the foolish onlooker from shooting again as the unstable criminal rushes on.
Riz, you're willing to become a monster. When you die for burying Tim, how does it feel about Tim now? Do you really remember what he tastes like? I want to be best friends. That is all I wanted the world I wasn't that. The intimacy of desire of is a lot more manifested than your feelings for Lewis. BK, my disaster will never fulfill. We two beasts have been eating meat. We are fighting while we take the beast we eat. Its gods exist. We are laughing at us. I will. Hey, Legacy, are you remembering about me? I am still alive, you stupid dog. This behind the carnivores and herbivores. These two beasts are still tragically bonding out each other. Even one of them devoured the other. What I have always been longing for. What some things could only be risking my life. Tim were in danger of losing your life. Whatever we were together. About you still smiling at me. I would things about turning different. I told you how I felt while you were still alive. If you think you, Tim, cancel.
When this lowlife took a young girl by force, foolish citizens took the law into their own hands. But stopping this cruelty was a job for the experts. And this scumbag found out the hard way that if you live by the night, you die by the bullet. To go outside the law is a foolish impulse. Because anyone who thinks it through will know they're in a losing battle. And no matter how hard they push it, or how desperate they become,
Two more to do. 2 more chapters, and we're done for the night. Then I can upload videos. At the rate we're doing this, I should be done for after 9 o'clock. I should be done. Thanks for uploading, which will be a couple hours. Which it doesn't really matter. I have to just do 2 more videos and I'm done. So at this time, guys, we're actually ahead of schedule, which is good. I have 2 more chapters to read, and that's it. The rest of everything else is going to be filler. Everything else is going to be filler. No, everything else I put on here won't exist. Clear. Oh, always watch Jeb Book. I always watch Jeb Brooks. I got a couple more videos to do, and that's I'm just gonna watch Jeb Brooks. Search. Maybe I'll do some games later. Who knows? It is Thursday. Maybe I'll play some city game later. Yeah, I'll play the city game later, guys. I'm gonna pee real quick.
Exclusively available at your participating Cadillac dealer. Each one must meet high standards and receives a 172-point inspection. Come in today for exceptional offers on Cadillac certified pre-owned models. Get 2.9% APR for 60 months on certified pre-owned Cadillac XT5 models. Visit your local Cadillac dealer today.
Hello, jet setters and rail fans. I'm Jeff Brooks from greenergrass.com. I've made it here to Chicago's Union Station thanks to Amtrak's Mighty Cardinal. The next step on this journey across the country by rail is the 43-hour trip on Amtrak's Southwest Chief, all the way through to Los Angeles. I can't wait to bring this to you. Let's get on board.
The Cardinal involved a single night on board an Amtrak Viewliner. It took 25 hours to cover the 1,100 miles from Washington to Chicago. There's a link to that video below. But now, the real fun begins, because it's time for an even more epic journey. One of Amtrak's longest. This 40-plus hour trip traverses more than 2,200 miles. It's twice as long as the Cardinal. We'll spend 2 nights on board a superliner, pass through 8 states, climb as high as 7,800 feet, and travel through some of the best scenery our country can offer. And the kind of comfort only Amtrak can provide. In this video, you'll experience one of Amtrak's flagship routes. Explore Amtrak's largest individual room, a family bedroom. Examine a bit of railroad history. Excite in the fun only train travel allows. And I'll even share a few tips to make your Amtrak trip.
Okay, guys, one more chapter to do, then
Travel on board Amtrak's Southwest
one chapter, then
Los Angeles.
so take 2 more.
The train
Take 2 chapters.
3 days a week, leaving Chicago at 2:50 in the afternoon, and scheduled to arrive 2 days later at 8 a.m. in LA. So it looked like our Saturday afternoon departure was on time. Chicago's Metropolitan Lounge is a much nicer space than Washington's bare-bones Acela Lounge, but there's not much in the way of food or drinks to be found right now.
The good news is, though, you can bring your own, which I did. Potbelly. Tasty.
An Amtrak employee was passing out granola bars during our visit. It was a welcome step up from our last time here just a few months before.
How nice is that?
Access to the lounge is included in all sleeper tickets, and Amtrak also sells day passes. There's plenty of seating, and you're welcome to bring in your own food, including for the restaurants open throughout Union Station. The lounge also has showers and bag storage. Boarding was from the lounge, and an Amtrak employee escorted us through the bowels of Union Station right to our train's platform. And for yet another time, we were left to find our car on our own. Again, the number on our ticket didn't match any of the numbers in train cars. But based on comments of the Cardinal video, it seems like this is a fluke largely limited to us. We finally asked for help and were pointed to one of the train's 2 sleeper cars. We eventually found our room located downstairs in the first sleeper. I was traveling with the channel's creative director, my fiance, who prefers being behind the camera. We booked one of Amtrak's facility rooms in order to try something different. It has space for 2 adults and 2 kids, but since it was just the 2 of us, we were really comfortable. We'll explore it once we're underway. We left right on time. If you like travel, don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss any videos.
Chapter 97.
There are a lot more to come.
They survive us a feast. Cookies, green tea, cola. Well, at least she's barefoot. Lewis, we don't know. We can't tell.
And that's exactly what we planned to do. Sitting on Southwest Chief seemed like a very real, somewhat symbolic.
I never thought my horns would be useful at anything. They're making girls fall on me. Hurry, I gotta hurry.
Leave me a comment below with your
Okay, because
predictions. I hope to make a lot more videos like this one.
oh, are those New Year's bells? The New Year flew by. Hey, Riz, we made it to New Year. The New Year. Oh, Happy New Year. I guess should that while we are still fighting. I always hated that donkey thing. He say trace to herself. Anyways, of Inery just ate my leg, but he's still still awkward. Ha ha ha! You win, Legacy. All right, my heart is breaking. A new year, but tonight is murder. All this time, I've realized my memories. I thought of herbivores. I just food that wouldn't feel the pain anymore. But I was wrong. It's awkward, a wolf like you, to make me accept that. How carnivores have such beautiful eyes after eating meat. It looks like deficient from how much we look when. I ate Tim that night through his face and carnivore blood like mine wins. But it's no such as we look different. I see now that true friendship between carnivores and herbivores is possible.
Our first stop was here in Naperville.
What now? Lewis, we need to rush you to the hospital. Our battle's over.
The thermostat
Give me,
but it wasn't quite as effective as the one on the Cardinal.
give me on the way. I'll deny you on the way. Do we really think your dirty T-shirt is enough? Blind my wounds. Hey Riz, what should I do? Lewis is a red deer. Say to him, Legacy. Lewis, words are high-headed. Words won't impress the others. I have kinds of words, weapons in assault. This is the beast who killed and devoured Tim. I sacrificed my leg, whatever I would say have been impacted. Hey, I have found they already. I got something to say to you, Riz. Freeze, police! Hands up where we can see them. Large species squad, seriously, the brown bear first. No. But no.
The bathrooms were smaller than the ones we'd seen on Amtrak before.
I refuse to commit with the carnivores world just aren't actually mine now. Use your own words. Riz, wait. What did you did? Unforgivable. But as a senior member of the drama club, I apologize recognizing how lonely you were. As it seems, the carnivores always will influence my life. Stand up now. Don't move. What's going on? I'm wasting my time off. Should I have called the police? There, put your hands up too. Hey, you hear me, Wolf? You're seriously going to hold a hostage after devouring his leg. It's felony to eat meat. Hands up now. But let him go. Quietly, leaking blood all over your face. It looks bad. Huh? What are you raising your hands up for? You're doing it. I'm doing it for you, fool. Raise your hand up. Let me go, and I'll collapse. But you are the victim here. You confused the police. What are they talking about? No idea. You are right, but they have the right to act friendly with each other. Otherwise, they send the strange to jail. No questions asked. Besides, you're the victim. I end up and forced to eat me. I'm willing to take a position of bullying for this. Let me express my proposition. Thank you for the meal, Lewis. I'm glad we are first and last meat I'll ever eat in my life. Our relationship between us, Legacy, will always be that herbivore and carnivores no matter what. But I'll be able to accept the reality, but my case. You're welcome. Anything for a friend. Yes, a friend. Yes, a friend. Wipe the blood off your face before you smile, or you'll look like a bloody prison criminal. Whoops, sorry. His fangs are finally free from Carius.
It's 6:35. We've just made it to Fort Madison, Iowa, which is
Oops.
an official.
Weakness and pain. Those were devoured. Whoops. The case. Carnivore's fangs. Could only be broken another carnivore's fangs. Legacy. Hey, he's seriously injured and bleeding heavily. Get him to the hospital quickly. Hurry. And call ahead and tell this going to need a blood transfusion soon. And this patient is Argentine carnivore. Renner. You there. You can tell us what happened back at the station, all right? Don't worry. You'll be okay. Looks like a solution can his Legacy. See you at school, okay? Promise. All of a sudden. I'm speaking like a child, Legacy. Not if act like an adult. Shoot. First point of this volume. Look up here. To be continued.
Just like that,
Cut.
7:15 a.m. became 6:15 a.m.
Okay.
Watching the sun rise from the train on the great.
Okay, can't wait. One more chapter, then one more page, and we're done. Almost done, guys. And I can take the camera off the tripod and pack it up for the night. Oh, we're almost done, guys, and we can do something else.
When we passed through, it was most notable because it meant breakfast was nearly ready and we could caffeinate. In the bygone era, coffee was available in each sleeper car, but now we had to head up to the dining car to get our coffee.
They just had a continental breakfast in the dining car where we could eat, so we're gonna head up there.
The best part of breakfast was by far these views. Not much to say about the
Mom, can you kill me, please?
Pro tip: don't forget to get some oatmeal. More about that later.
So, guys, we're almost done. We can cut off in a little bit.
In La Junta, Colorado. Amtrak began designing new bi-level cars in 1973 and accepted the first one in October 1978. They would eventually be called superliners and could be pulled at speeds up to 100 miles per hour. Let's just say we reached those speeds. The newest superliner was delivered in 1996.
We're in La Junta, Colorado for a crew change, so enough time to just hop off the train for a hot second. It's probably time to get back on before we miss the train. Don't want to do that, so I'm going to run back on board. Let's keep going.
The train had 3 coach cars like this one arranged.
I like smoking beer. You can't smoke beer. Last chapter, then we're done. And I'll turn you guys off, and I'll have to stay up a little longer.
There was a dining car. Yeah, really the only time it was open to us for sleepers. We were downstairs in the first one. Sorry for this.
I interrupt this regularly scheduled broadcast to bring you an important public service announcement. I don't claim to be an expert in Amtrak, but I have traveled with them enough to learn a few things you might want to bring with you on your upcoming Amtrak travels. They boil down to the 3 P's. P number 1 is
at high school, where the students are They're divided into predators and prey. Friendships mirroring a fatal peace among them will become a Beastar, a hero denied to lead society. Naturally, relief with ministered. Grey Wolf Legacy and Brown Bear Riz begin their final showdown. Riz, convincingly to another herbivore, came back to the black market. Red Deer Lewis has recovered and fitness and abused his addiction, his leadership of the Shishigumi, a lion gang. Turns out to even harder to leave the criminal society than it is to join one. Then Legacy reveals a gruesome off to help him prevail his battle with Riz. Cut.
Now, back to your regularly scheduled programming.
We headed to the Sightseer Lounge where we'd spend most of the day. Today was the most dynamic in terms of transforming terrain.
Oh,
Did you know only 2% of the U.S. population takes an intersection? How crazy.
I'm gonna pack up my gear now and go to bed.
Experience the
Not.
pleasure that train travel provides. I think the world would be a better place. Kids have set up. I went to schools tomorrow. Messenger. After Trinidad, we were on our way to New Mexico. Standing between us and the next state was one of the highlights of the Southwest Chief, the Raton Pass. It's the highest point on this route and offers passengers the opportunity to reflect not only on the power of the train,
Livonia.
getting this massive train
Where are we at?
7,834 feet is no small feat, but it also allows passengers to consider the route itself. People wanted to pass through this part of the country long before the formation of Amtrak. The Southwest Chief tracks large swaths of the old Santa Fe Trail, which was an important 19th century path that linked Kansas City with Santa Fe. It
New Mexico.
populated the western half of North America. Now, I, for one, was happy to enjoy the views of this harsh landscape from the company's Sightseer Lounge rather than from the back of the donkey.
Back of my ass, you
The
mean?
Southwest Chief is what's left of the Super Chief. That was the flagship train of the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe Railway. It was once known as the Train of the Stars.
So they never tried with me. They never tried with me. Okay. Got some more books to read later on this month, but got the hard part done with. Now I have until May to read the next set of books.
The original Santa Fe Trail. Amtrak is said to fight nearly constant challenges since its founding in 1970.
I'm gonna pee real quick.
Congress created Amtrak to ensure the country maintained its links by rail, because many former rail passengers were opting for the convenience of their own automobiles or the speed of air travel, and that prompted a lot of private rail companies to exit markets. So, at its founding, Amtrak had to try to lure those passengers back, while at the same time standardizing passenger experiences across previously diverse routes, rolling stock, and stations. They introduced these bi-level superliners in the 1980s, and even though they're showing their age now, they were really remarkable for the time. Today, Amtrak serves more than 500 communities across the United States, including 150 rural ones. To me, though, Amtrak has become more than just a public service. It's equal parts public transport, amusement park ride, and national treasure. We'd reached Raton, which meant we were one step closer to another highlight of the Southwest Chief.
Our next stop is Las Vegas, Sin City. What happens here stays here. Oh, Las Vegas, New Mexico. Tampa, here we come.
I've made the trek between the East and West Coast scores, maybe even hundreds of times, but always at about 500 miles per hour. I bet I've glanced down at this landscape before, but it's only on board a train I can really take it in. conductor announced that we reached the midpoint of our journey from Chicago to Los Angeles.
So yeah,
We had a great
thanks.
meal. We spent most of our waking hours
Okay, guys, we're done. So
everything we need, plus the best views on the train. I'm not sure why everyone was there. It's relatively empty. Where do you like to sit on your train?
I don't know. I haven't been on a train